Welcome to this explainer. The 2026 World Cup isn't just expanding its format, it is actively shaping up to be the ultimate tournament of young talents. Today, we're diving deep into the data to scout the teenagers set to absolutely dominate on the global stage. But before we reveal our AI's final prediction for the best young player, I want to kick things off with two massive questions. First, who do you think completes 2.38 passes into the penalty area per 90 minutes at just 18 years old? I mean, really think about that staggering number for a second. It belongs to a player who is already completely redefining what a modern winger looks like. And here's the second one. Who is the first Brazilian since Neymar to hit 30-plus goal involvements before even celebrating his 18th birthday? Guys, these aren't just fun statistics. These are blaring warning signs that a massive changing of the guard is happening in global football right now. Okay, let's look at the big picture, the 2026 Youth Revolution. With the expanded 40-18 format, we're going to see unprecedented tactical diversity. This means a ton of low-block, deep defending teams. Because of that, the premium on young, unpredictable talent, the kind of players who can just pick a lock and break down a stubborn defense with a moment of magic, well, it's literally never been higher.
The legendary Thierry Henry really hit the nail on the head recently. He said, when a young player steps up like that, you no longer talk about potential, you talk about achievement. And he's absolutely right. We are no longer waiting for these teenagers to develop. They're arriving on the biggest stage as fully formed, decisive superstars ready to win right now.
So to find the single most dangerous young star, we have to establish a benchmark. And right now, that starts undeniably with Spain's Lamine Yamal. Riding the massive momentum of his Euro 2024 success, Yamal is looking incredibly dangerous for 2026. If we look at his underlying metrics for Barcelona this season, he's not just surviving at the elite level, he's thriving. We're talking about the 98th percentile for goals, the 96th for assists, and generating an incredible 12.8 expected goals. It's just off the charts. But beyond the raw numbers, what makes him truly unplayable is his absolute mastery of the tremella pass. By using the outside of his left boot from the right wing, he creates this extreme curve and unpredictable angles. It lets him slice right through compact World Cup defenses. Honestly, opposing teams are having to build their entire defensive game plans just to stop this exact weapon.
But hey, Spain isn't the only nation locked and loaded with generational talent. Let's pivot to the rising stars panorama, starting with South America's new elite.
Let's compare Yamal with Brazil's rising superstar Esteban. While Yamal is this master orchestrator who likes to dictate the tempo from deep, Esteban is pure, explosive dribbling, short, sharp bursts of speed. A lot of scouts are calling him the biggest talent since Willian. He provides that clinical, ruthless finishing edge inside the tight spaces of the box that the Brazilian national team has desperately been missing lately. And this brilliantly illustrates why. 30. As I hinted at earlier, before even turning 18, Estevão racked up over 30 goal involvements. He doesn't just create, he finishes. That's not just potential, that's a ruthless efficiency that is incredibly rare for someone his age. Meanwhile, the rest of South America is answering back. Argentina seems to have found their absolute key name for the post-Messi era in Real Madrid prodigy Franco Mastantuono, who, by the way, is Madrid's youngest ever Champions League scorer. And Ecuador, they've got their own playmaking genius in Kendry Páez, who's already orchestrating the game for a senior national team. The new number 10s have officially arrived. All right, let's transition back to Europe and look at the elite prodigies who are acting as the actual architects of play. First up, a defender who practically plays like a midfielder. Spain's 19-year-old Pau Cubarsí is the defensive brain of the tournament, the defensive quarterback, if you will. His defensive intelligence and playmaking are so elite that he completely shatters high-pressing schemes with a single, pinpoint vertical pass. He is the anchor for Spain's entire possession-based system. And speaking of perfectly weighted passes, check out the number 12. That is the exact amount of big chances created by Arda Güler during the World Cup qualifiers alone. It's a phenomenal metric that proves he is one of the most elite creative forces heading to North America. Looking objectively at his development at Real Madrid, Arda Güler has really evolved into a pure creative epicenter. Operating as a free-roam playmaker, his vision is unmatched. Combine that with his absolutely lethal set-piece delivery, and he is undoubtedly Turkey's secret weapon. In those super tight group stage matches, he's the kind of player who can flip the script in a split second. So, with an unprecedented pool of generational talent on the board, who does the data actually favor? Let's get to the ultimate AI prediction.
We asked our AI models to evaluate these guys based strictly on three core pillars: their expected goals, their assist potential, and their overall structural impact on their national team's success. No bias, just the numbers. When we compile the raw club output for the current season, combining goals and assists, a very clear picture emerges of who's generating the highest volume of tangible attacking threat. Lamine Yamal sits at the top with 27, followed closely by Kenan Yildiz with 23 and Arda Güler with 19. Achieving a near-perfect AI potential rating of 99.0, Lamine Yamal is officially our data-driven prediction for the best young player of the tournament. The competition is fierce for sure, but Yamal edges out his peers with an unmatched combo of elite playmaking, sheer goal expectancy, and a massive team impact. If you love this kind of deep dive, data-driven analysis, please make sure to subscribe to the channel, turn on your notifications, and hit the like button right now. And I want to hear from you. Head down to the comments and tell us exactly what topic, team, or player you want us to analyze next. The 2026 World Cup isn't just another tournament. It is the dawn of a massive new era in sports. So I leave you with this. When the whistle blows, will you be watching the fading veterans holding on to the past, or the fearless teenagers ready to rewrite football history for the next decade? Thanks for joining me, and keep learning.